bear with me for. All right. Welcome to No More Losers. I'm Susan Patang, your host from the Quiet Zone Coaching. This episode is about life mantras, what they are, and how they can help you in your love life. And you're probably saying, what are you talking about? Okay, life mantras. Yes, mantras. They aren't always about spirituality or religion. Okay, we can use them as tools for learning. So you could build self confidence, you can reduce stress, you can create what I call an attitude of gratitude and positivity, and develop a more positive outlook on life. One of the definitions, according to Oxford Languages, of the word mantra is that it is a statement or slogan repeated frequently. So, why is this important? Okay. Repetition is one way that we learn. So it creates an easy way to remember some of the tools that we need to get through the day. Okay, which is a huge bonus after a divorce. When we use a life mantra, we're sending a message to our subconscious. We're retraining it to think in a more positive way. And instead of falling back on old messages that might be hurtful or traumatic from our past or unhealthy, we're teaching it a new way. Okay. By the way, if you have any questions about this material, you can go to my website, thequietzonecoaching.com. On the services page, there is something called a perfect partner assessment. There's a link you can get to my calendar. So make yourself an appointment for one of those, and I'll answer all of your questions about the material if you have any. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about that later. Um, so, anyway, have you ever listened to that little voice in your head? And you know what I'm talking about. It's the one that tells you, oh, you screwed that up again. Or, oh boy, look at what that one's wearing. Or, oh, this sucks. Why can't I ever have anything go right for me? You know what I'm talking about, that voice that talks to you all day long, the running dialogue. That's actually your subconscious mind, and it's telling you what you really believe about things. Okay. So that self talk can convince you that things are true that are not true. Okay. And we can change it. So not only will we improve our outlook on life, but we can also build our self confidence, our self esteem, and improve our relationships by creating positive life mantras. Okay. Now you want to know, why is that important for relationships? Okay. Well, here's why. What we send out into the world determines what we get back. For lack of a better word, let's call it a vibe. Okay. Now, this is all science. It has to do with your subconscious, but we're going to call it a vibe. Okay. So the vibe that you send out in the world is going to come back at you. Okay. People are going to recognize your attitudes and your behaviors as familiar or unfamiliar, or something that is positive to them or negative to them, and be attracted to you or be repelled by you. So if you come across as being desperate or needy or negative, or you feel worthless, or you're angry or hostile or negative in any way, you are going to attract either people who you're going to have codependent relationships with, or psychic vampires and relationship losers, which is, we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to have them buzzing around us. So here are a few examples of life mantras and what you can use them for. Okay. First one. This one is awesome. This is my favorite. I use it all day long. One good thing about this moment is fill in the blank. Now, it might be, the only good thing about this moment is that I am still breathing. Okay. That's something. Okay. Find the little wins. So, one good thing about this moment is that you found the thing in the supermarket you were looking for. One good thing for me about this moment is I've got this awesome cup of coffee sitting here, the coffee addict says. One good thing about this moment is that my clothes are really comfortable today. One good thing about this moment is that I get a chance to sit down and relax after doing a whole boatload of work around the house. Good for me. Okay. You get the idea. We're using this mantra to teach our subconscious to be positive and grateful. All right. And like I said, maybe the good thing about this moment is that you finally just have a minute to relax, or maybe it's that, you're making it through a really awful day, but there's always something. So look for it. I use this one all the time. Remember this, the definition of mantra is a statement or slogan that you repeat frequently. So repeat it frequently. One good thing about this moment is what? The next one, I'm a badass because. Okay, this one is awesome for building self-confidence and self-esteem. I know it is. I use it myself. Okay, you might be a badass because you remembered to stop for toilet paper on the way home. Okay, you might be a badass because you did a great job at something at work today. You might be a badass because you made yourself a delicious lunch. You might be a badass because just this one time you thought of the perfect thing to say to your nasty boss. Okay, go on and on and on. Little things, okay? Find the little things in your day that you had a win for. Pat yourself on the back, give yourself a round of applause and say, I'm a badass because, okay? The kids are driving you crazy. I'm a badass because I'm not losing my temper. I'm a badass because I managed to get all of that stuff done this afternoon with their soccer practice and their dance lessons, and I still got dinner done. Round of applause, pat on the back. I'm a badass. You see where I'm going with this, okay? The next one, the next mantra, I'm allowed to do this, okay? Especially if you're a mom. How often do you not take time for yourself? And when you do, you feel guilty, right? Even if it's 10 minutes a day, build it into your day. It could be, while you're in the bathroom. Okay. All right. I'm just going to sit here for 10 minutes and nobody's going to bother me. Okay. It could be 10 or 15 minutes in the car when you arrive at work. It could be while you're on the bus or the subway, you read a book. Okay. Whatever it is. Okay. Make sure that your mantra is, I'm allowed to do this. Okay, you can't pour water from an empty jug, so you have to make sure your jug gets filled. Okay, I'm allowed to do this. Okay, okay, make sure you make the time for you. The next mantra, this one's a little complex, so follow me on this. This isn't true because. Earlier, we were talking about the self-talk, the running dialogue in your head. Sometimes it tells us things that aren't true. Your subconscious uses what are called cognitive distortions. Okay, that's when it tells you things that are just not true. For example, it might make you feel that you're not worthy, that you don't deserve something, that you're stupid or inadequate. It might try to convince you that life is out to get you or that life is hard. It might tell you that you're a failure. So what you do is you pull this mantra out, okay? And you think, I screwed that up again, okay? I feel like a failure. That's not true because I don't always screw things up. I did this right, I did this right, I did this right. Remember times when you did do something right. It's important to use a real event that happened in the world and to use logic to combat that. Okay, so just because you fail one test doesn't mean that you're a terrible student. Just because you screwed up one report doesn't make you an awful worker. Just because you lost your temper with your daughter doesn't mean you're a terrible mom. Okay, I made a mistake. That's not true because I made a mistake, I lost my temper, and now I know not to do that again. I'll be better about it the next time. That's not true because parents make mistakes all the time. That's not true because I'm a hard worker and I wouldn't have this job if I wasn't good at what I did. That's, you might say, I don't deserve, when you get the imposter syndrome and I don't deserve this and somebody's going to find out. Okay, right? How many times has that happened to you? That's not true because you deserve that promotion because of all the hard work that you did. Somebody out there thought that it was worthwhile. Your customers did, your boss did, the company you work for did. You have a degree. Okay, say you have a degree. Okay, well, did the college you got that degree from think that you were stupid or not worthy or not good enough? No, you got the degree, right? You did the hard work. So that's not true because there's the proof. Right. Use logic and real events to prove that this isn't true because, okay. The last one is fun. That was easy. So whenever you have tasks that are overwhelming and you don't feel like doing them, how many times during your day do you dread, oh, no, I got to do this? Okay, break it down into bite-sized units. So let's say you've got a whole host of errands that you have to run and make dinner while you're getting the kids to dance rehearsal and soccer practice and baseball practice and whatever. Okay. So break it down into little bits. Okay. I have to stop and pick up a few things at the supermarket. I have to drop Joey off at soccer. I have to drop Jane off at dance, and I have to drop Bobby off at softball or baseball. And then I'm going to go home and start dinner. And then I'm going to go back and pick everybody else up. You see how I broke that down? 6 different tasks. Okay. Every time you do one, you go to the store, you pick up what you need to make dinner, and you go, yeah, that was easy. Remember the easy buttons from Staples? That was easy. Okay, I dropped off, little Bobby at karate. Bam, that was easy. I dropped Susie off at her art class. Bam, that was easy. Now I dropped this one off at his baseball. Bam, that was easy. Now I got dinner. See where I'm going with this? You break it down, okay? If you have to break it down to, okay, I made it through that traffic light. Bam, that was easy. That's how you do it, okay? You break everything down into the smallest manageable unit that you have to, so that you don't feel overwhelmed. And then every time you accomplish one of those tasks, you say, well, that was easy. How many times have you found what you thought was going to be an overwhelming task, and it turned into something that was done in 15 minutes? Oh, wow, that was easy. Hey, that can be your new mantra when you're feeling overwhelmed and you've got way too much crap to do. Okay. These are only a few of the things that you can do to change your vibe so that you attract the perfect partner for you. Okay. I want you to go to www.thequietzonecoaching.com/services. And on that page, you will find the perfect partner assessment. There's a link there that you can click on to make an appointment. And I want you to make that appointment so that we can talk about the top 3 things that are holding you back in your situation from finding the ideal partner for you. And the number 1 thing that you can do to find that ideal partner, to find that perfect partner, to change your vibe, to change what you're sending out into the world so that you attract the perfect person for you. And you're not attracting the losers and the vampires and the psychic vampires. So it's my gift to you for watching this video. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste. I'll see you there. Have a great, awesome day.